My biggest takeouts for the conference was that we all need to work together. Tourism, hospitality, sports, our industry is dependent on each other to make it work. You've got your hotels that need the car hire people, that need the airlines. And also when you look at broader than just the industry itself, the Department of Tourism has to work hand in hand with the Department of Home Affairs, Department of Transport. So it is one of those industries where you can't do it on your own. You need other people to make it work. There are quite a few areas that are lagging and quite a lot that we have achieved from the 2 years that we've had the conference. And for me, that's why it was important to make sure that it doesn't become just a talk shop. We have key things that we need to deliver on. And part of my welcome, I highlighted about 3 things that we need to take out and say, this is what we need to do. The first one for me is youth and the inclusion of youth in the tourism sector. The problem that I envisage, not only as a person in the tourism industry, but as a human being, is that we are leaving our youth behind. And unfortunately, if we don't do something to bring the youth into the sector so that they play a meaningful role, it's going to hit us in the future. So we need to make sure that we are inclusive in terms of the youth. We need to bring them to the table and have conversations with them instead of thinking what is best for them. That's the first area. The second area for me, which I identified as an opportunity that we need to work on, is the involvement of SANTACO. Like I said, initially I was like, what are they doing here? How do they get involved in tourism? What value are they bringing to the table? But the more I thought about it, the more I felt that they actually have a huge role to play. We've got an issue of security in South Africa. We've got a perception that South Africa is a dangerous destination. And let me tell you, having grown up in Lokshini, I know those guys know everything. So we need to work with them to create ambassadors so that they understand the value that tourism brings and find ways where they can be part of our value chain. We've got foot soldiers. When you look at the taxi drivers, when you look at the taxi industry, I think we can find common ground between us and them and find tangible things that we can do together to work together as an industry to make sure that there is safety and security that is built, not just the perception, but it becomes a reality for our tourists as well as our locals, because domestic tourism is very important, and we have seen through COVID that it is the backbone of our industry.